All right, it is week 5 of the NFL. Here
Moving
we
fast.
go with the NFL pick 6. I mean, week 6 is going to be weird. We're going to say NFL pick 6, week 6, but we're getting ahead
Let's
of
focus
ourselves.
on
It's week
5.
5. It's week 5. Anthony crushing
Stay
it.
in our lane. Yeah, we're
6
doing well.
overall on the season on Taylor Site and your picks. It's pretty good. That includes money line. That includes the spread.
Yeah.
Last week against the spread, 10-5-1, 63% overall. Your pick 6, you're 5-2. That includes the Thursday night game, which you're undefeated on.
I know, yeah, all perfect on Thursday night. So yeah, that has been great.
Yeah. Myself, I had a pretty good week last week too. I don't do the pick 6. I got too much stuff to do keeping you on track here. So, but I was 9-5-2, 56% last week. So we both had the bounce back that we needed. Yeah. You put the time in, pay attention, slow down a little bit. Usually the results come after that.
Yeah, like I said, we're 17-11 on the season so far. That is 61%, 60.7%, which is phenomenal. Anything above 50 is good. 60.1, that's phenomenal. So let's keep that going. I want to increase it even higher. I want that perfect week. Let's get it going.
Yeah, this could be it. And let's start out with your most confident 6. You probably want to start with this one here, right?
Yeah,
Detroit +3 at New England.
There's some uncertainty here with New England, right? We don't know who's playing quarterback. They've got injuries on offense that they're dealing with. And I think that the Lions are looking for a big bounce back. Remember, they played last week without their stars as well. And I believe some of them guys are coming back. DJ Chark, Amon-Ra St. Brown, all out for that game, and DeAndre Swift. So hopefully they get healthier. And as they do, their offense is going to get even better, which they've been scoring a lot of points, and they still did last week. But it's their defense that's going to have a little harder time, that has had a harder time. But against a possible third-string quarterback or even backup quarterback, if Hoyer's in again, I still like the Lions here.
Yeah, Lions a good team to like right now. They're most points for in the league, most offensive yards passing rushing combined. So a lot to like about the Lions. Not really transferring to wins, though.
Yeah,
something to be concerned about.
Because they're giving up a lot of points, mostly in the pass game, too, and some in the run game, too. But, I mean, they're just bad on defense. That's why I think this is going to be the bounce back they need against a potential rookie quarterback or backup quarterback, who doesn't have the stars. New England isn't known as a prolific offense right now. And that's exactly what the Lions need. That's a winning formula for the Lions. Even though this game is in New England, that's why they're getting points. They're getting 3 points. That's the road. Usually the road away split or home road split. And the Lions, I think, are going to take advantage and even win this game. So getting the points is certainly a bonus for me.
Yeah, I could feel that. I can get on board with that. I like the Lions. I can feel it. They need a win, right? Things about to get out of hand if they don't get a win. Let's move on to the next one. Your 5th most confident bet of the week. Miami -3 at the New York Jets. Zach Wilson back in town. Teddy Bridgewater gets the nod.
I really like what the Jets are doing. I've said this in our preseason preview. I've said this all along. I couldn't wait for Zach Wilson to come back with these young players on the Jets. The Jets are really playing good football right now. They're not going to knock anybody down that, isn't on their level, but with the Miami now playing with Teddy Bridgewater instead of Tua, that could be the open advantage that they need. And this Miami defense, not necessarily playing up to the level that they're capable of. Zach Wilson and those weapons could take advantage of that in this game. So I'm taking the Jets +3. I think that even if Miami wins the game, it's going to be close. I'm picking the Jets to win it as well, but I'll take the Jets with the points in this one. That's my number 5 bet for that reason. I think Zach Wilson, those young receivers, and their run game are going to do well against Miami, and it's a good matchup with Miami having the chaos going on. With all the questions around, Tua and their operations of, why was he in the game and everything. That's going to be a distraction for that team, and the Jets are going to be ready for him.
Yeah, it's a bold pick, but this Jets team, I mean, I think there's a lot to like here. They've been building for years and years, starting to see something maybe, right?
Right.
I think we saw a little bit from them last week. Still had the 2 interceptions from Zach Wilson. Like to see that get cleaned up, as that was his first game on the season. But Miami, 3rd in passing yards. The Jets are 4th in passing yards on the season.
Yeah, because Flacco had to, light it up.
But I mean, my big concern for this is definitely the Dolphins receivers. Can the Jets guard them?
Yeah,
we'll get into more detail later. Let's jump over to 4. It's the Dallas Cowboys led by Cooper Rush, plus 5.5 at LA. And we're talking about the Rams here.
And I'm taking the Cowboys with the points. I think 5.5 in this road game. I expect this game to be close. I am picking Dallas to win the game, but I'm also taking them with the points here as my number 4 pick, just because I expect this game to be close, like I said, but the Dallas offense has been great under Cooper Rush, and their defense is phenomenal as is. Now, that Rams team this week that lost to San Francisco, what was the most glaring hole was their offensive line. And Dallas has a hell of a pass rush, and Micah Parsons might eat up their quarterback play this week, no matter who's out there for them. And despite the injuries that the Rams have had, I think they'll stay competitive in this game. It wouldn't surprise me if the Rams pull off a victory, but I'm taking Dallas plus 5.5 all day long.
Yeah, you like Dallas there. I mean, I like the Rams as well, but they seem a little one-dimensional this year. They have not been able to get the running game going. Currently, they're 30th in rushing yards on the season. With Cam Akers coming back from injury, we thought we'd see a little more of that, but just haven't got it going yet. Dallas looks balanced. I think they can do a lot of different things. As long as Cooper Rush doesn't make the mistakes, this will be a close one, in my opinion.
That run game and keeping it more simplified, I think that's the way, again, to beat the Rams. Might work in their favor.
Another bold pick for most confident, though, I would say. Let's move on to number 3. Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers, plus 14. Huge points there in Buffalo.
Yes. And now I always warn you, anytime it's 10 or above, your eyes should open wide and say, I don't know, this is an NFL team here. 10 points is a lot. But this is a situation where the Bills are one of the best offenses in the NFL, and the Steelers have no idea what they're doing, and they're throwing out a rookie out there. This is definitely rebuild mode now for the Steelers. They haven't been able to run the ball as effectively as they like. Now they have a rookie quarterback out there who was making the rookie mistakes you expect him to in his debut last week. I fully expect that the Bills are going to dominate this game start to finish, running backwards on the field with their eyes closed. So minus 14 is nothing for this Bills team. So I will gladly take the Bills minus 14 as one of my confident bets of the week.
Yeah, no, and with the points, my eyes definitely lit up, and you think it would be close, but this is the NFL. But really, Pittsburgh has not been able to do much. 23rd in overall rushing, 20th or 28th in passing.
Not good.
So really, just nothing on offense for this team. Najee Harris not showing up. Maybe Kenny Pickett can change some of that. I mean, it's his first game. He gets a real chance to start, but then you're facing one of the better defenses in the entire league.
But the receivers are dropping the ball. I mean, they just don't look like they want to be out there right now, and their defense has really taken a step back. That's probably more surprising. Now, they lost TJ Watt. You expect them to take a step back as an elite of a player as he is, but they have looked terrible now instead of just good without him, right? And kind of maintaining that flow. So that's not a good look for them either. The Bills' offense is really good against that defense that doesn't want to be there, and their defense is really good against an offense that just can't hang with NFL teams right now, and that's not a good formula. This is going to be a blowout win for Buffalo.
Yeah, I tend to agree. So far, this is the most confident that I've seen.
That you have.
Yeah. All right, let's go to pick 2 here. Second most confident bet. We got the run first Chicago Bears plus 7 at the, I keep saying it, Super Bowl pick, Minnesota Vikings. That's Anthony's pick.
I feel like I'm picking the Vikings a lot, but it's because I believe in the Vikings, and not a lot of people do, apparently. Plus 7, a 7-point spread against the Bears, who have looked terrible on offense and can't do anything, and the Vikings with the prolific offense that they have. I know that London game kind of messed things up a little bit and is unpredictable, but this game should definitely go the Vikings' way. They're playing at home against an inferior Bears team. They should definitely have a dominant performance here. Give me the Vikings minus 7. I think they win by 10 or more.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against that. The Chicago knows who they are, right? They're going to run the football, 3rd in rushing. They're dead last in passing. I think they had the least amount of pass attempts ever or something like that through 4 weeks. Haven't checked that stat for the 5th week here, but I like Minnesota. This one, the balance, it's at home for Minnesota. So yeah, I can definitely see that. All right, let's get into number 1. on the week, most confident bet. Seattle plus 5.5 at the New Orleans Saints.
I'm taking the Saints minus 5.5 as my big bet of the week versus Seattle. The Saints are playing at home. This is in New Orleans. It's not overseas, so they're going to welcome back home. Seattle looked terrible on defense last week, and New Orleans, these are two opposite teams here. Seattle, sure, they were able to score a lot of points against a horrible job that the Lions defense did, but now they're playing a Saints defense that has looked really, really good this season and very underrated in my mind. They played very well versus Minnesota, despite the fact that they had 3 offensive stars out really, and were able to hang there. I think in this game, the Saints, if they get back even one of those guys, they could beat this team. I would take the spread, even if Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas are out. Let me be clear. But I think that at least one of them will be back. Kamara should be back, maybe both of them. That's going to completely change this offense and allow them to be even more prolific than they were last week. And against an inferior Seattle defense that can't stop anything, I think they're going to score points, a lot of points. Versus now the Seattle, they're capable of scoring points, but that New Orleans defense is even better than what they've seen so far at all on the season. So give me the Saints to win big in this one. I think 14 or more. So Saints minus 5.5 is a good bet for me. That's why it's my big bet of the week.
Yeah, and Seattle put up 48 points last week against Detroit. Geno Smith, highest completion percentage in the league at 76.7%. What's that mean? That could be a lot of drop downs, a lot of check downs, a lot of screen plays. We'd have to look into that further, but he's playing pretty well through 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I kind of like what Seattle's doing here. I actually picked them. We'll talk about that more later. But I look at New Orleans and see, there's no stability at quarterback. We don't really know who the starter is or gonna be.
You're just a Jameis hater. Come on.
I want Jameis to succeed, but so far the sample size hasn't been good.
It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. They're not going to be down by points. They're not going to be relying on the pass game in this one. They're going to run the ball, do what they do best, and open things up in the pass game like they should. So that's why I think the Saints offense is going to be optimized and efficient in this game against Seattle. It's just a good matchup. It's a good matchup for them. Good matchup for New Orleans, no matter who's starting at quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Lions did score 45.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they have a good offense, but New Orleans is better, and their defense is phenomenally better. Again, it's just matchup-wise for me.
All right, good enough, good enough. Make sure you tune into the Sunday preview. This is our pick 6 on the week. Anthony's just on fire right now, so I would be jumping all over it.
Let's keep them going.
You never know what the NFL is going to do, but that's what makes it fun. Be sure to tune in with us each week for the pick 6, most confident bets of the week.
And remember, toss your hat in the ring.